Let's just jump right in. If you're a business owner or a marketer and you're operating outside the traditional e-commerce bubble, you already know exactly how incredibly frustrating digital advertising can be. Today, we're diving into an explainer on a seriously fascinating approach to this exact issue. It's called the jAD Ads Clincher. We're going to look closely at the source material from JumpAD to see exactly how they're tackling this massive efficiency gap for non-e-commerce businesses. Okay, let's dive into this, because this right here is the million-dollar question. Is your ad budget paying for actual sales, or are you literally just funding the internet's window shoppers? Look, for small and medium enterprise owners, the pain of wasted ad spend is so real. You pour all this money into Google Ads, right? The dashboard is telling you, hey, look at all these conversions. But your actual bank account, it's telling a very different story. So let's fix that disconnect. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. Number 1, the ad tracking problem. Number 2, blind spots and wasted budgets. 3, we'll meet the jAD Ads Clincher. 4, how the technology works. And finally, number 5, real-world success stories. Kicking things off with Section 1, the ad tracking problem, specifically broad versus narrow conversions. So think about it like this. If you run an e-commerce store, someone checks out and boom, you track a real tangible sale. But if you run a service business, you're basically stuck tracking what we call broad conversions. This means your ad platform counts a win when someone just clicks a contact button, or maybe they fill out a form using a fake name like Mickey Mouse, or they click a line messaging link but never actually add you as a friend. The platform totally pats itself on the back and thinks it did a great job. Your numbers look artificially inflated, but you haven't actually landed a narrow conversion. You know, an actual paying customer. The source material sums this up absolutely perfectly. E-commerce tracks sales. Non-e-commerce usually only tracks contacts. That inherent disadvantage means SME owners are basically fighting an uphill battle right from the start. You're flying blind because you just can't tell your ad platform when a contact actually turns into cold, hard cash. Moving on to Section 2, blind spots and wasted budgets. The garbage in, garbage out dilemma. Here's the core of the issue. If your ad platform's AI thinks a fake form fill is a success, it just optimizes its learning to go find you more fake form fills. Garbage in, garbage out, right? And trying to fix this using traditional methods, it's a total nightmare. First off, Apple's iOS 14 Plus update effectively blocks most standard tracking codes, which leaves you totally in the dark on mobile users. Google's enhanced conversions do exist, but they rely heavily on email addresses. That completely ignores the phone number-heavy habits of the APAC region. Then you've got Customer Match, but that requires an upload of over 1,000 customer entries. I mean, that's a huge barrier for a local business. And standard CRM APIs? Usually they're strictly limited to just tracking web forms. Which brings us to a really crucial point. How do malicious competitor clicks drain your budget? Well, without accurate tracking, you're often forced to use manual bidding strategies. And when you do that, you leave the front door wide open to malicious competitor clicks. Say a rival keeps clicking your ad just to exhaust your daily budget. The system doesn't know any better. It just sees clicks, charges you, and completely drains your resources without ever delivering a real lead. It's wildly frustrating. Which leads us directly into Section 3, Meet jAD Ads Clincher, Bridging the Gap. Now, we aren't just talking about some theoretical concept here. The jAD Ads Clincher is grounded in serious authority. Just look at this. It holds Taiwan's AI digital advertising technology Invention Patent, number I827208. So this is a recognized, officially patented solution to a very real global marketing problem. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how elegantly simple the actual mechanism is. Let's walk through it. Step 1, the customer actually buys from you, whether that's online or over the phone. Step 2, through a really simple post-sale interaction, jAD sends a unique, privacy-safe ID straight back to Google Ads. Step 3, Google's AI learns what that specific real buyer looks like. And finally, Step 4, your ads automatically auto-optimize to find more people exactly like them. The contrast between the old way and the new way here is just staggering. Before, you were stuck with manual bidding, heavily inflated conversion numbers that honestly meant nothing, and an AI that was busy learning bad habits. But after implementing this tool, you unlock Smart Bidding 2.0. You get exact sales tracking, and most importantly, Google's AI is now laser-focused on finding your actual paying customers. It's a complete game changer. Let's get a bit more technical in Section 4, how the technology works. privacy, and precision. I know. The very second we talk about tracking offline sales, people rightfully start worrying about data privacy. But this is exactly where the technology shines. The jAD Ads Clincher collects absolutely zero PII. That's personally identifiable information. None. It literally just uses anonymous IDs. And because of this architecture, it seamlessly bypasses those iOS 14 Plus tracking blocks that have been absolutely crippling other marketers. Plus, it allows you to precisely track web forms, actual phone calls, and real line interactions. Oh, and best of all, it can be fully installed via Google Tag Manager in under an hour. Fast, compliant, and incredibly precise. By feeding the AI this perfectly clean, accurate data, you get to upgrade to what they call Smart Bidding 2.0. Basically, this allows non-e-commerce businesses to finally leverage advanced strategies like target CPA, maximize conversion value, and target ROS, or return on ad spend. These are massively powerful AI capabilities that you simply cannot use effectively if you're just feeding the system garbage data. And in terms of accessibility, the source actually notes that the system is priced at just 3,000 new Taiwan dollars per month, and that drops down to NT 1,000 for existing JumpAD clients. I mean, for the ability to completely restructure how Google's AI spends your entire budget, that is a remarkably accessible price point for a small business. All right, let's move to our final section and see how this builds into real-world success stories, from finance to plumbing. Notice just how incredibly natural these post-sale interactions can actually be. For example, a new Taipei finance company had their clients do this fun online draw right after signing. That simple action pinged the API, taught the AI exactly who their real clients were, and boom, it resulted in 100% ad growth. Or take a Keelung plumbing company. They just started sending their post-repair warranty via line. That one simple action told Google to stop showing their ads to malicious competitors and focus strictly on real homeowners. And at Taipei Demolition Company, they just asked for a Google review after finishing a job. That fed the AI the exact data it needed to find a highly niche audience. Simple actions, dramatic results. In fact, that finance example we just talked about was so successful that JumpAD actually holds the credential for Taiwan's first finance industry Smart Bidding 2.0 success case. This exact case study was even featured as a premier example in a Google Taiwan seminar focused on navigating the cookieless generation. That's a pretty big deal. And the team behind this whole thing, jumPAD, they definitely have the track record to back it up. They were named MarTech Outlook's 2024 APAC AI Ad Tech Company of the Year. They're an official Google partner, they're actively managing over 400 million in Google Ads, and they're optimizing over 8 million in ad spend every single month. To put that into perspective, this is seriously battle-tested technology being deployed by absolute industry veterans. So, what does this all mean? The core takeaway here is beautifully simple. Stop feeding the AI bad data. Empower it with actual sales. If you give the world's most powerful advertising algorithm the right target, it is going to hit it, but you have to actually show it what a real win looks like first. Which leaves us with this final provocative thought. Take a hard look at your own ad campaigns. Look at the clicks, the vague conversions, the totally wasted spend. Are you ready to finally let the AI system recognize your real customers? The technology is literally right here, and it is definitely time to make your ad budget actually work for you. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.